what's one thing every business needs to grow? Great question, right? I'm going to start out and I'm going to even take it really granular. I'm going to say CRM and data management side of things. It's amazing. I still see customers today that have been around with AltaVista for a decade or longer. They use an Excel. They don't have a CRM. They don't do this. They don't do that. And I just think that it's insane that they're around and successful and growing, and maybe they're not growing. Maybe they're shrinking. I don't know. But, my one thing that I think any business needs to grow is CRM, and then CRM discipline, as Bryan Dunkel likes to call it, which is how do we actually use this thing, right? So I think we saw it with a multi-billion-dollar international manufacturer, right? Where they couldn't tell us outcomes on anything because no one was putting anything in the CRM. So you see it at 1 million and you saw it at 20 billion. That's my one thing I think every business needs to grow.
I think what, just to interject on that, I think you would call that process. It can't just be CRM. Like, is process more important than other things? And I think when I go, I'll give my answer, but Dunkel, why don't you go?
Yeah, I would say, I just think you would need a rock solid entrepreneur, right? With a vision, motivation, and I knew you were probably going to say that, right? But someone, who's going to steer the ship, who is going to be there when times are tough, really the backbone of your business, the backbone, the glue.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. No, I'm just kidding.
And someone who's going to shift down the spending when times are good. Hey guys, cut down the steakhouses. Hey guys, cut down this. Someone who's going to do that. That too is also important.
Yeah, no more seafood towers. Hockel, no more seafood towers.
Well, skyscrapers only.
Yeah. Well, right. I always say it's like, who's driving the boat?
Yeah.
Right. How many cooks do you have in the kitchen? I think one of the keys to our success is that as a majority owner, the buck stops here. We have a democracy. We vote as shareholders, but you guys know that if I want to go in a different direction, I can. And I think I've done that maybe a couple times since our existence, just using my knowledge or my fear, maybe for lack of better words, to make a decision. But I do think that having one leader that understands where you're going, and they're not always going to be right either, but isn't scared to make decisions. When we started SEO, I didn't really think it was going to be such a great business for us, but I took it on anyway, and it's been a great business for us. So I don't have to be right all the time. I'm going to trust people around me and use my instincts as an entrepreneur to say, this could work. Let's put some capital behind it. And it worked. It's a $2 million business at AltaVista today. It's fantastic. Probably my idea. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't my idea. Actually, I know whose idea it was. Thank you. If you're watching, I doubt you're watching, but thank you. All right. So my answer to the question, and I don't think Dunkel even knows this one, but when we were poor and we used to do seminars to bring in some cash flow, we hosted a seminar at Chartwell Country Club.
I got to hear where this is going.
I can't believe you don't remember this, because
I know. I just don't know. I just don't know what part of this story you're going to tell.
Well, this dude roasted me, and I know his name, and I'm not going to say it, but one day I'm going to see this guy. I'm going to light him up.
Yeah.
He's not coming to any more of my seminars.
Yeah.
But the same question came up. What's most important? It was people or process. Do you remember this now, Hockel?
Yeah.
I said process. He lost it in the seminar. You're telling me it's not about the people? And it is about the people. If anyone believes in the people, it's me, right? But if you have great people with bad process, you have a failing business.
Yeah.
If you have phenomenal process with pretty good people, you're a winner.
Yeah.
And that's what he didn't understand that I missed. It goes back to the Michael Gerber, for all you E-Myth listeners and watchers, like, Michael Gerber kind of shaped a lot of my thinking 30 years ago. But Michael Gerber said, if McDonald's didn't have an amazing process, how could they deliver a Big Mac in San Diego the way they delivered in Baltimore with a 16-year-old kid who's failing out of school? Is it the kid or is it the process? Well, we know the answer to that. So you got to have great process and discipline. And if you put amazing people and you put A+ people on top of that, sky's the limit. Find those A+ people. Good luck. That's a whole nother. We'll do another episode on that.